Cool, welcome back to another edition of the Ultimate Car 959 Top 30. You remember when we started the 3rd of July, right? Our very first guest, he's in studio today, but he didn't come alone. As also in some swaggy merchandise, we'll chat about that. KO joining me in studio. I've also got Roiii, my Easy Does It, Just Bheki. Baning, my thought. Do you think there's people missing as well?
Yeah.
Skhanda World in studio, man. We'll be chatting about their brand new album, which was dropping. The single is out as well, and they've got a brand new deal that we want to chat about. But yeah, before we get to that, KO, how are you, Maji?
I'm great, yes, my dog. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah. You were our very first guest, remember, when this show started.
Yes, sir.
You
I already know.
PT was hard lockdown, couldn't have you here with cameras, so it was on the phone.
Yeah, and I was number 1 on the charts.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that as well. Kehova was number 1 on the chart as well. Roiii, Fere?
What's up, Maji?
Ugranjaga?
Nice.
Fana Pirara?
You know that's me.
Yeah?
That's how I do.
Yeah? You were calling yourself, what, toy boy? What are you saying?
Listen, the people call me the boy toy.
The boy toy.
That comes in a convoy.
Yeah.
That's just been my life.
Dope one, man. Easy Does It?
Fere.
Ugrade me out.
Mnandi.
Usamkolo tingoba maro yaza.
Kwasa. Ngasa, yeah.
Alright.
Yazwakala.
Just Bheki, how are you, Machi?
Ngimnandi bhuti wena.
Mnandi. Uthe sibameme sokumemile vandag.
Sibamemile siyabonga wonke umuntu ugcwele la.
Yeah.
Honest.
Brilliant, man. Athi siqale ngale merchandise ngoba nambe ngibuza ukuthi samsiphi skipper madoda. What's going on?
Yeah, ngile khuluma nala madoda ahlele la.
Madoda wekho camereni.
Wa manager yonke into, wa manager ama artist, wa manager ni trip.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I mean.
The Skhanda drip.
Yes, sir.
Ibuyava.
Yeah, so I mean the clothing brand itself, the business was officially launched 3 years ago, 2018. And we were fortunate enough to get a deal with Studio 88.
Okay, nice.
So it is being sold nationwide at selected doors at Studio 88.
Yeah.
We are actually, like, what you're seeing now is just the sneak peek of our summer range. So this is some of the stuff that's coming out just now in November.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, brilliant stuff. So in this color and that color, or there's more colors?
There's a white and red version of this, and then there's also these other ones that the people seem to be digging as well. It's almost like a Skhanda love thing. So like a Skhanda and a red heart. Yeah, people are liking those. So they are coming in black and white.
Yeah.
And then there's also some crazy shorts that we're busy finalizing that are gonna drop at that as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So I can go to the studio to get it. I don't have to ask Gobs because Gobs is on Bambisi Pala like 2 years flat.
So the quickest way is just for you to support black business.
Straight up, yeah?
Yes, sir. There we go.
All right. Let's get into the music. Now, Roiii, for some people who may listen to Kaya 959 may not know who you are. I mean,
sir.
Boy Toy. Who are you, Machi?
Just a little boy from Pretoria West.
Yeah.
Grew up making music for most of my life. And I'm fortunate enough to have conversations.
Most of your life is 19 years.
Yeah, I don't think
that's a
you're
lot.
only 19.
That's a lot of life. Don't downgrade 19. 19 is a lot of life. But I mean, with respect, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just made music my whole life. I just started with this thing, like going to like the big stuff now.
At what age did you start? Because you're only 19 now.
To be honest, for the longest time, I was making music.
Yeah.
My grandfather used to play guitar, so
okay.
he used to strum, and I used to like just do little things. I never really paid attention to it till about like grade 10.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, this is something I want to do.
Yeah.
But only because I was colorblind. To be honest, I couldn't be a pilot, so I wanted to be a pilot.
Oh, you wanted to be a pilot? Yeah. Is colorblind or maths as well? So
no. The maths was cool.
Oh, okay.
I took math lit, but the maths was cool.
All right, now Just Bheki, you were part of a group, obviously, and then signed Skhanda. People might know you from that group. What group were you part of?
I was part of Eminent Fam.
Yeah.
But before all that, I was just a dancer.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think my music comes from my grandma because ukoko masakula makuphelugesi ekhaya.
Yeah.
Yabo bayasihlalisa phansi sicwilisa. So I didn't pay attention njengontanga yabo.
Sure.
But later on, yabo, the music bug got me. Yabo.
Yeah.
Gila manje bethu uNkulunkulu khona.
Yeah.
That's all.
What dancing style were you doing?
Ngenze yonke into it's ngabangena nomanje.
Isipucho.
Kusho ukuthi wasingadrop ipiano manje amayenza
Sakhuphuka kakhulu.
Yeah.
Sakhuphuka kakhulu.
How did Bameme do, my G?
Hey, did well, because abantu abaningi bebangabelieve ukuthi singile ngokuqala yabo.
Sure.
Because I've been working. Mina futhi ngithanda ukuthi ngisebenze kakhulu yabo. Ngogqozi nofuqu all the time yabo.
Okay.
Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So you got to stay ready for anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then getting into Skhanda, bakuthole kuphi?
All over vele yabo. Bangithole khona endleleni ngibe ngisebenza yabo. They hit me up yabo. Saba nomhlangano and everything went well, man. I was happy because they saw potential in me. Yeah. Because hey, our music is a boy.
Sure. Yeah. Do you know what I've always wondered? Multi, they hit you up, right? I want you to think about it. That day, I'll come back to you. Think about that day. Okay. What were you doing? Did you really believe what he? I think this guy. You know what I mean. Yeah. So think about it. Easy does it.
Hey, Tada.
Ukran Mealty.
I'm not.
Young no my I think 2 weeks ago in Daweni performing.
Yeah.
Ukran man. After a while, I haven't seen you in such a long time.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Come around there. Young Kinty Grand. Yeah. Spadi. Yeah. Show music.
Sure.
Nand. Yeah.
Music wise, you've got a new song, but we'll get to that. Nah?
Yeah.
You've got a 19-year-old right here.
Yeah.
Just being out
most definitely, at the end of the day, to us it's an honor, to have like youngins like this, so talented, along us. Yabo ukuthi nje bathi ukusinikeza energy fresh, yabo. And then nathi just kubanikeza leyo energy your longevity and just being there in the industry for a very long time. So it's just an exchange of your energy. Ukuthi intwana ziza ngezinto ezi-fresh, style ezi-fresh, the energy is fresh, and they lit up. So at the end of the day, it's just mixing all of those energies and to move forward.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
K-Hoover was number 1 on the chart a couple of weeks ago. It's still on the chart actually right now. We're also playing a brand new single, No So Far My Chance. Working with these guys, how different is it from Cash Time Fam, for example?
Before I turn to that question, there's 2 guys missing.
Yeah.
Loki, all the way from Durban.
Yeah.
He had to go back home, catch up with the family. DJ Mr. X.
Yeah.
Some people might have heard Asambe with myself.
I was also number 1 for like 4 weeks on our chart.
You feel me? Yeah, so the plan has been doing its thing, 2020, 2021. I can say, to me, I don't even compare, the energies between this current situation and the previous one, because if I'm going to approach it that way, then I'm just going to be like super jaded and and do things in a certain way. So I'm approaching this like it's my first time trying my hand at running an imprint and being an exec and being an A&R and producing and overseeing things, and also at the same time I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm getting to learn certain things. I'm getting to also I'm getting to surrender certain aspects of running a label in the hands of people that I can trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without me having to on a daily, babysit, so to speak. You know what I mean? Not that these guys need babysitting, but like,
he might, but it's okay.
Nah, they cool. So I mean, I get to just fall back and also just be an artist, a lot of the times, which is dope. Whereas in the previous situation, if I'm by comparison, there's a lot that was still required of me. I mean, it's still a lot, even in this case. I mean, then why the hell would I be doing it if I wasn't, throwing my head in the ring? So but I mean, I just love the energy here. Everything is just pure.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part, it's just brotherhood. We are operating as a collective of like-minded individuals. Yes, cool. We don't have to be like besties, but we also super understand that we are actually business partners more than anything, and that's what I appreciate about the situation.
Skhanda World, welcome to The Planet. Dropped this past Friday. We're chatting about that album, building up to it. We'll get into it. They've got a single out as well that's sounding too dope. It's called Homeground. But you got a welcome just recently into Skhanda World.
Yes.
Mawukhala ucingo bokuphi bowenzani unobani?
Ilokhuzana ucingo malikhala ngisendlini.
Yeah.
Ngiyayithandela mina ukuhlala endlini yabo.
Yeah.
Ngiyithole futhi. Angilalanga mfethu, ngilalanga ngibe ngicabanga ukuthi ngilethe level yenze yabo because into vele nami bekudala ngifuna ekuqaleni yabo. It's not every day that people get to work with people they used to like listen all the time yabo. Because I see ke bengirecorda ngelokhuzana khona i-radio ama cassettes.
Sure.
Ngifakile lokhuzana iphepha la ngaphansi. Mayidlala ingoma ngithi yabo record knew all the lines yabo, but now I'm sitting with the guys now.
Yeah.
So it was hard. Ngebuka meeting angazi ngenzini angazi ngithini kithi ngikayiketsanga kwa. But that was sitting in a grand and everything went well, man. Njengoba asho bethu ke you brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yabo mona inkinga bethu yakwazi ukushaya ucingo fast yabo.
Yeah.
And bazokusiza bethu.
What's your favorite Tear Gas song?
I mean, mhlobo wami ngeke lapho ngeke.
Remake nyana yomhlobo wami mfaka uJust Bheki.
Just Bheki, new ideas, you still, mfana usasemncane man, akaza ngama new ideas, a new kind of mhlobo wami. I think now nje nespan sakhe asithinayo khona manje, you can hear ukuthi uthole inspiration ebhaya from that, yabo. And I like ukuthi with all of the energies that he got ukuthi atape cassette and right now it's paying back to him because music is all about that, like I wanted to hear this so much and now you want to create it so much, and I'm happy with he's here and he's getting that energy.
And just the actual backstory of Bheki, how we came across him. Cool. I mean, we knew he imminent fame and all that stuff, but my E was actually making a record with him.
Oh, okay.
And I was gonna be on the same record. So the one time when he came to the studio to record, he was in there. So that's where we sort of kind of picked up the energy. Cool. And obviously noticed the talent, and then a couple months later, and then we made that call.
Yeah. Did that song drop?
No, it's still coming. Come
on.
Music,
KO forgot something. They grilled me.
I mean, of course, man. You think it'll be easy?
But that's how it goes out here.
Welcome to
you must end that scene. Wow.
It's boot camp over here.
In real life.
Nothing goes out without like proper quality control. We gotta check every single box.
Sure.
You know what I mean, and make sure that it's pristine. So that's it.
And that's fire. Like just knowing that they like a song is not gonna drop just in jail because we made a good song. That it's gonna get a thorough head. We're all gonna sit down and hear this. Is this the song we need to put out?
Yeah. Yes, they always say I'm a 2000 impatient. They want things right now. You 19, my boy. So if you think the song is hot and they're telling you to wait, how does that make you feel?
I've come to learn. I think patience is something you need to learn too, right?
Yeah.
Obviously I want things to happen now, today. Let me get it today.
Yeah.
But when I was always the kid that chilled with the older bros.
Okay.
Right? So even coming to the label, it wasn't nothing new to me to sit with the older gents. And then I started seeing the perspective. Now the big homies are playing long ball.
Sure.
It's not just about what's happening now, but what we can do with tracks in 5 years, in 10 years, right? So you start to appreciate the concepts.
Yeah.
And patience then becomes your friend.
Yeah.
That's all that happened with me. I think patience has just become my friend. I've learned to understand that good things take time.
Yeah.
The longer the time, sometimes the better.
Now, Just Bheki was listening to Tear Gas and he was dubbing on cassette. I heard you say, damn.
Yo, I'm young. Yo, I promise you, I've never ever done. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
All I knew cassettes was take the cassette, you spin it around, and
that's baby rewinding it.
I thought that was all we do with the joints. Nah, bro, I'm young.
Besides the music your grandfather played, what else did you listen to?
I listened to a lot of 50 Cent.
Yeah.
50 Cent was like my idol.
Yeah.
Growing up, but I don't actually. I'm lying. Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
You won't believe it.
Celine Dion. Yeah, I grew up on Celine Dion. My mom was a big Celine Dion fan.
Is this on Sunday cleaning?
It's Monday to Friday. There was a point I was singing the song and I even thought my voice got trapped into the radio. Like, yeah, that's me in there with her. So now I grew up on Celine Dion. I was actually very versed in terms of the music I was listening to.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have a specific artist or sound that I was on at the time. Because I was still experimenting, and I think that's how it built up to me being a musician. I realized that I've been doing this, I've been enjoying this my whole life.
Yeah.
And then shifting was not even a question, it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
And one thing I sorry, bro,
yeah,
to cut you. One thing that I want to commend the younger guys, well, at least the ones that are around us, is cool. It's all good and all to be like impatient and want things, you know, to happen like this.
Sure,
but if you don't have the work ethic to actually support that, then, you know what I mean, you're playing a losing game. And what I'm seeing with these guys, yes, they are impatient to a certain degree, but also like it's because they're also churning out so much music at the same time. Their work rate is insane. So it hurts when you're hoarding records that are just sitting in the hard drive and they're not coming out. You know what I mean? And also it's not just them hoarding a bunch of nonsense. There's a whole lot of jams in there that do need to see the light of day. You know, so that's just one thing that I really appreciate about them. And you know, there's a lot of quality in some of the stuff that you guys haven't even heard.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about that is obviously on the socials people speak, right? And you're talking about music sitting on hard drives and whatnot, right? I saw you addressing somebody talking about Skhanda World. Why is it only his music dropping and all of that?
You know, we appreciate the fans. Sure. You know, they obviously just want to see us all doing good. Yeah. But there's lessons to be learned in everything, right? And crazy enough, right? Yeah. I start to enjoy when I cook 10 songs in a week. Okay. But I have to sit with these 10 songs for a good month. Yeah. And then I start to notice where I could have done a little bit better, where I could have put in. So now I used to be the artist that just rocks up and freestyles the whole song and just put it out and send it to the boys and then see how it goes. Yeah. Now they will tell you, I used to go from 10 tracks in a week sending them to like, all right, let me send these two because I trust these two. I've heard these two. I've fixed these two. Sure. I go back and now I learn to appreciate. So now the fans don't know that behind the scenes. They don't know what's going on. Yeah. And outside of all of that, we're all different artists. People move at different paces. Sure. People got things to do. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. And they never appreciate how the big homie single-handedly has to help us build our careers. Yeah. It's not just money doesn't just fall from the sky and then everybody does whatever. Yeah. He's got to do his part so he can help us too. And that's what people don't appreciate. So me coming out was just trying to level and help people understand that what is happening is not what you think it is. We are actually grateful and in a position to be grateful for what the big homie is doing for us. Yeah. That's all it is.
So and just also like the benefits, like with them wanting things early, so it's being done in moderation, right? Yeah. So cool. Yes, there's the business side of things where the machine itself might take quite a minute, you know, for things to be processed or for like music to actually, you know, see the light of day. But when the moment comes, it's looks that they get that the peers are not getting. Okay. You know what I mean? So they get to skip the queue. Now you're on a song with freaking Casper, like on your first year out, bro. You're in a song with Questa on your first year out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and it just keeps on going like that. So that's basically like some of the perks in them, in us trying to manage their expectations, but at the same time, when that window opens, the look is 10 times better than, you know what I mean, like what he might have anticipated. Yeah. So that's what we just want to continue doing. And one of the big reasons also, just to add, like to expand on the fact that you know, some people might feel like there hasn't been enough music from them this year, is because, so just to play open cards, some people might not know I am signed to Sony. Okay. Right? Yeah. And Skhanda World was built as an independent entity. Yes. Yeah. And we had a distribution deal. And the news, maybe you guys might have picked up already, with the album, being out already. So we recently inked a partnership with Universal Music. So literally, bro, like, this is no one's business, but I just want to play open cards.
Okay.
We literally signed the papers because there's been a lot of back and forth for like 5 months, 4 months.
Okay.
Or just on the paperwork itself.
Yeah.
So we couldn't release anything else until the deal was secured.
Sorted,
So that's why by the time the deal was cemented, we just decided, fuck it, let's just drop a compilation. Let everyone drop at the same time, and that's why it came out the way that it did with this body of work, Welcome to the Planet.
Yeah. You heard it first on the Ultimate Car 959 Top 30, that big deal with Universal. Yeah. Welcome to the Planet is out. Came out yesterday because of that. Amachans are also on the music. Let's see now if you'll go support the music. Because one thing is, they'll tell you, you're not dropping. Next time you drop, your song is on Fagaza. They're out there downloading. Like, you've been rushing me and then you're not even buying my song. What's going on?
It is what it is. And we always tell the youngins that, like, when they say the streets are calling, the streets are hungry for my shit.
Yeah.
Dog, the streets are not calling for you. Like, that's just
you will
they're
fall,
not calling, bro. You know what I mean? When you're ready, they're gonna move according to your pace. Sure. Don't be pressured by what they say over there, your little fans, or your followers. Because that's not the world.
Yeah,
these are just the people that are just like rocking with you.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 people that just love you.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's where people like get derailed. Right, coming in, you focus on that so much, and then you learn, oh my goodness, these are all my boys. Now you put the song out and it's just your boys right now.
It's a flop.
Exactly.
I mean, airport. Because I come from a background of my feature, but I used to do like gang features. So like you
did a nice one, by the way, on Level.
On my level. So I was a feature guard, but my feature so now ngangena boku stable yabo no ikana ngifunda I pace it different yabo vele siyesa ngathayeka nama chance yabo saxoxa vele great yabo we had to sit down, so I'm learning the pace change of it because le into kakhulu because I'm going to last like forever in the game yabo instead of le yashisa manje kusaso yabanda yabo so le ibalekile vele kakhulu.
My Easy does it. Keyez been getting a lot of flack on socials. He spoke about, obviously, he addressed that. He spoke about longevity. You've been doing this for long as well. Who might want to learn from you. In the past 15 years, what would you say has been your biggest lesson in the music industry?
My biggest lesson in the music industry, I would say, the business side. I've learned a lot about good business, which you can mix a friendship and a business at the end because la business ukuthi asahambe right. So for now you have to take care of your own things. To look hey, you sharing things there, you these things that you're doing now, you can't even separate the business and it ends up being hurtful. Petty of things we don't have to be petty of, just have to move on because of of which is something business is business at the end, and izinto zenu is a personal has to be izinto zenu is a personal. So I've learned that a lot like friendship and business as ambelana.
Are you Keyez's friend?
Some friends are cool. Cut out now. You ask into the business, as ambelana at all.
All right. Skhanda World in the building. We're building up to the album. It dropped yesterday. Welcome to the Planet. The single is sounding too dope. We're also playing it later today on the show. Keyez said something interesting, Roiii, that when it comes to you and your peers, you're on a song with Kwesta. Do you know how many 19-year-olds would want to break out and be on a song with Kwesta?
See that right there is like one of the biggest like flexes in the hood. Right? Let's be honest. Before all of this, I was sitting on one single out. And my debut single was with Focalistic, the biggest guy in the country. That was the way I came into the game. Out the gates, I had the love. I'm like, bro, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Last year I was a regular person. I can't even go buy milk at Pick and Pay down the road. I promise you, fruit and veg there in Pretoria West.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, it's you, right? Oh my God. Is this me?
Nah,
is this what?
Don't lie.
I love it, of course. But you see, what I'm saying is, the advantage that we've gained is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned to appreciate. That, you know what? I know I'm always rushing things because I'm young.
Yeah.
But you learn to appreciate what taking time with something and making sure something is done thoroughly can do for you and your career.
Yeah.
So at the gate we have a blessing. I mean, I'm on
a lot of guys in Pretoria are jumping on piano, my man. I mean, exactly.
So don't be surprised if the boy come out with a little something. That's all I'm saying. Nah, but for me, music is music, right? Yeah. The bros will tell you I have piano songs on lock.
Okay.
We haven't put them out. They need maybe some touching. Okay. I feel like with the piano thing, it also goes with the hip hop thing. At first you learn and then you start creating.
Sure.
So I'm still in a phase of learning. I need to learn the crafts, the sound. I'm good with the pronunciation of words. Yeah. That's my focus. I feel like I'm only good at something when I can pronounce it the way it needs to be pronounced.
Yeah.
So now obviously I'm good with the vernacular rap.
Sure.
But how do I transition into piano?
Yeah.
Right? And when I feel I hear piano, I want to go melodic. Yeah. So I'm still learning. But except we're coming. Don't fear. I'm coming. And the Afro beats too.
Oh, Afro beats as well.
Afro beats, pop, I'm coming.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Versatility.
I want to chat about the state of South African hip hop as well, right? It's unfortunate Mr. X is not here because for me, Asambe is the song of the year. I know SA Hip Hop Awards, they've nominated him. Well, he's nominated alongside Drake. I saw there's an international X there. Yeah, I mean, did you guys not see it?
I didn't see.
There's an international category there. It's South African Hip Hop Awards.
Hey, that's mad. Nah, great.
Yeah, so Drake might be coming through. You'd never know. But anyway, the state of SA Hip Hop, right? I want to hear it from the OGs and you guys that are still trying to build, because some guys are leaving hip hop as we know it, and using those rhymes on piano beats, you know. Amakanda yashisa ilokshini because of such things happening, you know. I had Gigi Lamania the other day, and then, no, for real, I had Gigi and she told me straight that SA Hip Hop is toxic. She's not gonna rap anymore. It's on YouTube. You can watch that if you want to.
I don't know.
You know, so I want to find out the state of hip hop from your view as the youngins and the OGs. All right, let's start with you guys that are still trying to build a future.
I want to hear what
in the
guys
industry
have to say first.
Let's hear from you guys.
You guys need to,
tell us. Yeah. What's your plan?
Peggy, you are.
It's like if we see the music industry like South Africa.
Yeah.
It's like genze ukuthi kufele isikhathi lesi ukuthi enye genre it's ukusafara kancane ba.
Sure.
Kodwa kusho ukuthi angeke.
Yeah.
So it's uma ukuthi vele umuntu vele oyiskelemi odayisayo uzokuyeka idlule mama usufuna ukubuyela uzobhayiseka yabo.
Sure.
I say people that love hip hop they should stay there yabo. It's like a relationship. Just because uqabene kancane nomuntu wakho mayemele uhambe uyobheka umoya ngaphandle. No, you stay there, try fix things.
Yeah.
Uzoba grand.
Okay.
See, that's where we differ.
Yeah.
With me and him. But I think it's mostly because I like doing everything. I don't like doing one thing.
Sure.
Yeah. That's always been my thing.
Yeah.
So when people say hip hop is dead, where are you looking where it's dead?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The guys that made hip hop is here. Just because another genre it's in its time and it's shining doesn't mean another genre is dead. Yeah. Right? And even the hip hop guys need to wake up now and realize that, oh, this cool guy act with the glasses and it needs to end. You need to start doing because these piano boys are hustling.
Sure.
Every day they're on the roads. Every day they're in each other's houses cooking up.
Yeah.
Hip hop niggas are too cool to do that now.
Yeah.
Ask a nigga to come, hey man, just send me the verse. So hip hop is not dead, but the energy and the attitude from the artists could be better. That's all I have to say.
You said you want to hear what the OGs have to say, right?
For real.
Pick one. Who should go first?
He seems to take it.
Yeah, when it comes to hip hop as South Africa, for me, I've got a lot of things to say.
Sure.
You know, if you check where hip hop Puma corner from, amachita, kushawa sessions, emakasi, you know, Black Sunday, Slaggees, Splash Jam, and everybody, you know, like a Soweto. When we started, you know, like for me, it was more of that time. Besingakazi told you know, okay, where can we take it? Amanye machita about rapping English, amanye, but nabo pro rapping English, leso skati. But we will come with our Kasi raps and but we're still one thing. I think when things really changed is when Abo Squad Camp came with Ubum Umoya and Kasi rap, and then Nati when with the Keyez, with another chance because of straight up we came with those kind of raps and just Skala. Kasi raps as Naganje, Sialena. At the end of the day, we know who we are from a cast. So with what hip hop change, obviously there will be Irabo, Kinen and Yaga AKA and Casper, you know, then Kwabane Ira Gemanjabo, Nasty C and all of them. I think when Nasty C and Nabo Aries before even Nabo came through, you know. I think hip hop as South Africa, concentrate go too much. But sanga pega guti emakasi, which because at the end of the day, music was a South Africa no mongenza is rooted ekas, it's rooted kulo mkuku. That's where you have to want to music for lo muntu lapho mkukwini ukuthi avuka athi yo I think there's a festival ngibangela, you know, I think shale teki lami lokugcina ngibangela and meet the right people and mix with life yakhe khuphuke ibe grand university. And hip hop is all about that inspiration ukuthi yo mayi wasekasi but he looks good, he can mix with the guy from the north. That's why it was easy for us no mas wasekasi we could miss Nabo the less, and that's why now Nabo the less they had to make hip hop yabo even more South African. They did Motherland Crunk, of which is genre ukuthi yase South Africa amachita ase Northwest beza nabo bashaya umtswako, of which umtswako at the end of the day it's a sub genre hip hop and ayikho limited ungayenza nangayini. That's why WHP could come feature with Tab or like a quite a beat agibele Keyez can come up by go speakiri quite a beat sigibele or have a feature with Tira. Business limited to that level because samachita sekasi at the end of the day 14 we were like samachita sekasi. I think these boys they don't need to limit themselves like that much. When there's a feature my piano they think they can go out there. If you go up there and kill the song, come up with a good hit. And if you come up with a hot record hip hop as well, kill with hip hop. But kona manje the way ngibona ngakhona izinto, you know, hip hop, like we need to by all means isicabanga ukuthi lo music oswenza senzela aboba yabo. There we go. And Tina Sakuluma from Mukdala, that's why we did things like Skhanda music, you know, Skhanda rap, because we always thought ukuthi hip hop at the end of the day you can call it hip hop, but it's still something as in New York. That's why even someone Upuma South Atlanta they called it trap. They called it trap because the pepanga phone uguzi guba pants go hip hop because hip hop about Jay-Z already they were too big. Yeah, but so so to have their own sub-genre, they having their own beats. Young Tola Bati trap. Now she thought, let's do Skhanda rap. That's why even Skhanda rap Sanyuga cool because of it was kind of a sub-genre of which is something we say. Angenzi South African hip hop, ngenzi Skhanda.
There we go.
That's it.
Sisplomele namakenge KO in studio, Roiii, just Bheki, as well as my Easy Does It. Sisplomele says like guys. All mics are on. If you feel like you wanna add on it. I feel like my Easy Does It said a mouthful. KO.
Yeah, I mean they all said, you know, they made valid points, but just for me, just throwing it forward, bro. Like I'm just basing things on like real time.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like we can dwell on what happened, you know, in the past and whatnot, you know. But I just think like when you look at the landscape of music as a whole, the same people that are chewing, that are consuming Amapiano to the fullest are the same people that were listening to hip hop just now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So to me, I just think, just to sum it all up, we are fighting for the same audience. with all these other genres.
Sure.
If you think you just need to cater to a hip hop audience, then you're completely doomed, right? So with that being said, I just feel like a lot of us in SA hip hop, we're just not cooking it enough, bro. We're not cooking. We are bringing knives to a gunfight. These guys are coming out with bangers every other day. You know what I mean? And a lot of us are just coming out with these mid records, bro. It's like, so what the hell's supposed to happen?
For real.
We just need to go back to cooking, that's all.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Are some guys too cool for school in the hip hop industry? Because it's quite interesting. Roiii brought that up. Like I said, I've had other people here.
That's the culture, you know. Like we can't force BFF type vibes. You know what I mean? If I'm introverted, I don't kick it with nobody. You know. I'm at the crib, but if you want me to come for a verse, I'm pulling up. Cool.
Yeah.
Some people are different. You know, but that doesn't mean the music should stop. So, you know, so in a nutshell, I just feel like, I mean, when I look at how things have played out, there are guys that are conforming to, yes, cool, it's all good and well to adapt to the new thing that's happening, to hop on a new wave. But we can't just always be conforming. Whenever we feel defeated, cool, we jumping ship. You know, like stand your ground, bro. You know, and cook. That's all we need to do. Cook, bro.
With like serious work, innit? Like people need to stop making mediocre songs. And giving mediocre songs to the fans. And then the fans are like, hip hop is mediocre. Right? Because what you get is what you say.
For sure.
So if we keep giving people the same thing over and over again, I don't care how much you like Adele, but if you had Hello for the beginning of the year to the end of the year, you're not going to enjoy it as much at the end. And now that depreciates how much you appreciate the song. The song's value is now lost because we've been doing the same thing over and over again. The people need something new. Which that's what Piano brought to the table.
For sure.
Said, okay, cool, you guys have hip hop, it's cool. We just want to show you this. And this is good. And people loved it because it's a new idea. I don't think the fans hate hip hop. I don't think the fans want to see hip hop fail. But if hip hop brews don't want to get on the table and put foot on the table and work, what are the fans gonna get? They're not gonna support you. I'd end up listening to Piano songs because these boys is cooking, right?
Every day.
I'm telling you, like the playlists on Spotify. You go to our one of our biggest playlists on Spotify, listen to the first 10 hip hop tracks, and then go to the Piano playlist and listen to the first 10 Piano tracks, and tell me who cooked hit after hit after hit after hit. Who would you rather listen to? That's all it is. If Bruce can just wake up. But I'm coming with drill now.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. There's a build up to just tell the people I'm coming with drill now. Let's try save this thing.